I heard from several of you liked this video, and so we'll do it again today. Today I'll be reading from Matthew chapter 5, and I'm going to pick up at verse 38 through the end of the chapter. As a reminder, as you're listening to the words that Jesus spoke, listen for a word from God to come into your life. And if you hear something that really rings within your heart and soul, ask God to help bring that to pass in your life. What would God have to do in you to make this true in your life? I'll be reading a few scriptures and I'll pause throughout it so that you can take just moments to catch a glimpse of what is being said in your life. Listen for a word from God. Jesus says, "You have heard that it was said, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. But I say to you, do not resist an evildoer. But if anyone strikes you on one cheek, turn the other also. And if anyone wants to sue you and take your coat, give your cloak as well. And if anyone forces you to go 1 mile, go also the 2nd mile. Give to everyone who begs from you, and do not refuse anyone who wants to borrow from you." Let's pause for a moment. Lord, we must confess that more often than not, we want a worldly version of justice, a version of justice that's bent upon retribution and not reconciliation. Help us, God, to see the better way. Amen. At verse 43, "You have heard it said, you shall love your neighbor and hate your enemy. But I say to you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you, so in that you may be children of your Father in heaven. For he makes the sun rise on the evil and on the good, and sends rain to the righteous and to the unrighteous. For if you love those who love you, what reward do you have? Do not even the tax collectors do the same? And if you greet only your brothers and sisters, what more are you doing than anyone else? Do not even the Gentiles do the same? Be perfect, therefore, as your heavenly Father is perfect." Lord, we confess that there are people in our lives who are uniquely hard for us to love. We confess that we have not sought out the eyes to see them as you see them. God, help us to set aside any hatred and rather take up the cause of mercy and justice. Lord, I pray for each one of us as we hear these words today, that we may hear your word being spoken in our lives. In Christ's name, amen. God bless you, and if this is helpful, let us know. We'll talk to you later.